First of all, we're going to review how to send and receive letters with attachments, with pictures, using the latest operating system. So I'm in my borrowed iPad's email program, and the first step is I start with touching the icon that's going to start a letter. I need to put down who I'm going to send it to. This, I'm going to send it to my father-in-law's address because this is his machine. I can then put carbon copies or blind carbon copies here if I'd like. Notice when I touch that, it changes from carbon copy and it gives me a blind carbon copy area. And that's useful if you want to send to a lot of people, but you don't want them to see the address of others. My subject is, I'm just going to call it test picture. And inside the body of the letter, I need to type something. I'm just going to call it test. And as soon as I click inside the body, you'll notice that on the right side here, above the keyboard, there's an icon that represents the pictures. I'm going to go there, and it'll take me to my photos gallery, and I'm going to look at the camera roll, picture of a room. If I like that picture that I want to use it, I click use, and it attaches to the mail. So I'm going to now move the keyboard down. I look this over. It tells me how large the image is. The image is there, and I'm going to send it. And then I get my wonderful whoosh sound. I know it's being sent. So I've just sent it. Now I'm going to receive it. There it is. I just got this coming in. I select it. There it is. I may have to touch the download image, but this one, in this case, it didn't need to be touched. Now, how do I save that picture? If I want to save it, I'm going to, if I touch the picture and hold it down, I get some choices. And I really want to send it to my picture folder. So I'm going to scroll around till I get Save Image with a download arrow. If I touch that, it should automatically go into my Images folder. I'm just going to test that now by going into my, look at my photos. I scroll to the bottom, and there it is. This is the newest photo. I've just saved it. So it's in my camera roll. Well, I've sent a picture attached to an email, and I've received that picture with an email, or the email with a picture, and I've saved it. Next thing we're going to look at is how to permanently save an email. Because there are problems, which I'll be showing you in a little while, telling your iPad to keep emails forever. You may want to save an email permanently. To do that, we need to turn it into what's called a PDF. And the best place to put that will be in your iBooks, which will stay there until you decide to delete it, no matter how long. So we need to open up our email program. We're back here, and let's say I want to save this. Well, let's go to this recipe one. Let's say I want to save this for a long, long time. So I'm going to look at what is called an action button, but it looks like a reply arrow. I'm going to touch that. And I have choices: reply, forward, or print. And strangely enough, if I choose to print it, of course it will be looking for a printer you may or may not have. But the nice thing is that it's a 2-page letter. I'm going to be able to save this as a PDF by pinching open the file. It may take a bit of time. And that fills the screen. Okay, once I've done that, it's now a PDF version of the email message. I'm now going to share this. And there's one icon here with I use this up arrow. Now, this newer version of an iPad doesn't go to iBooks. It actually has an updated place to put books, and that's in Books. If I open this up, it now places this inside Books. And at this point, I can do a couple of other things, but it's now inside Books. I'm just going to go back. And it's the only thing in this library so far. My father-in-law doesn't have anything else. And that will be saved there indefinitely. If you're using iBooks, which most of you I think still use, it'll go inside iBooks until you delete it. Now that's basically how this would work. If I wanted to delete this, I would just touch Edit, select it, and one of the options is Trash. Gives me the option to delete it. And that's how I would save things permanently. For those of us still using the traditional iPad, I'll just show you. For those of you still using the traditional iBooks, I'll just show you how that would work. So I'm just going to select this. I'm going to use the forward arrow again. Go to print. There it is. This is going to be a multiple page document. I do the little trick with my hands. I'm now going to upload it to, and in this case, on my older machine, I have iBooks. I touch that and it actually will go into iBooks. And there it is. Appears on the page, and I can flip through it like any other book, and it is saved permanently. I click anywhere away from that. I go back to the main menu. So that's for those of us who have the traditional iBooks. Now with the older machines, I had demonstrated in class how to go about telling it to keep your email for longer than the 3 days default. And just to show you how that would work here in the older machine, I was able to go to Settings. I would go down to Mail, choose Accounts, selected my account that I wanted to, and it says mail days to sync, and the default's usually 3 days, and I can change these accounts to any one of these days, and I can keep it indefinitely. That's with the older system. However, with the newer system, it doesn't really work. And I'll show you how that works. And I'll show you why. Because I couldn't figure out how to change how long emails stayed on the iPad in the new system, I called tech support. With some judicious editing, here's what happened.
Are you calling for support on an iPad you already own, or are you calling about an iPad you may be interested in purchasing?
One I already own.
Please hold while I get you over to Apple support. Apple support. Calls are recorded for evaluation and training. One moment while I look up your phone number. Pour le français, tapez 9. Please tell me, what Apple product or service are you calling about?
iPad.
I'm having some trouble. Let me get someone to help you. Hello, this is Crystal with Apple support. May I have your name? How can I help you today?
Okay, I have a newer iPad. I know the older ones, I used to be able to go into the mail, the email app, and tell it to save letters for a period of time. With the newer one, with the operating system 12.1.4, I don't seem to be able to do that. I'm wondering if you could help me to figure out how to do that.
Oh, I'm more than happy to help you here. Just a moment here. 12.1.4. I know that, yeah, I've seen that too, like, they would say it for like 30 days or always or...
That's the way it used to be. I can't find that anymore.
Alright, I'm looking up the information here so we can, this mail issue resolved here.
I know I used to be able to go to mail, and then I would be able to find this business about keeping it for X amount of time.
Yeah, I know it was there. Sorry that they moved it or took it away or something here, but... Yeah, that's because it's supposed to be under that,
Yeah, there used to be an advanced setting there, but it's not there now.
Right, right. You kind of look and see where that advance went to. Sorry that happened. Oh, okay. I think I found it here. All right, so let's go back to your settings.
Okay.
And then you're going to go under passwords and accounts. General and tax license and app store. It should be passwords and accounts.
Ah, I see it. Passwords and accounts. Okay.
Go ahead and tap on your
The email?
email account.
Okay, so I'm touching it. It's the Yahoo account I'm interested in.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's got mail, contacts, calendars, reminders, notes.
All right, right above that, do you see your email address, the account?
Yes, I do.
All right, tap on that.
Okay. All right.
Then
It's got account information, yeah, and then I scroll down to advanced. And then it says, oh, deleted messages remove after 1 week. Is that what I change?
yes, you could choose that to
Question, it says it'll remove the deleted mails after a week. What if I don't delete the mail? Is it going to remove it anyway?
because you wanted to just keep
I
them
want to keep
together.
I want to keep certain emails. I don't want them to be deleted after a week.
And I'm looking for the advanced. There should be an incoming setting, but and it's not. I don't see that.
There's no incoming mailbox. So part of the upgrade to System 12 was to get rid of the option to save your mail. Or to keep it at least to display for X amount of time. Any chance I could just get an email to let me know when this is discovered or when you find out about this?
Let me see. Give me just a moment. I'm sorry. I'm looking into this for you. See if we can at least get some kind of information here about if there was change or where that option is at. Can I put you on hold for a moment while I take a look?
Sure.
We could try to maybe delete the email accounts off of your iPad and re-add them. Have you done any of that before?
No.
Maybe?
Always been afraid to do that. Well, I think maybe I'll just leave it for now. Because I really don't have that much more time.
I'm sorry to take up your time this morning, because yeah, it should be under that advance, and it's not there, and can't find out when it was removed or why it was removed, because it should be there, but I'm trying to locate that information. I'm just sorry that I took up a case number for reference. So if you have
Sure.
time, you want to give us a call back, and we can further investigate this for you?
Okay.
When you get a chance, give us a call back and we'll investigate this further for you.
All right. Well, thanks very much for your time.
All right, you're welcome. You have a good rest of your day, sir.
Okay. Bye-bye.